See, now we have to see the next part as we have seen up to generalization. The next is uses of relationships. We have seen the different kinds of relationships we are using while drawing the use case diagram. When a use case uses another process, the relationship can be shown with the uses relationship. This is shown as a solid line with a hollow arrow point and the uses keyword. See, this is the keyword we are using while showing the relationship. Say, drive car, then whether we have to use the brake or we have to turn to any direction. For those examples, we have shown the relationships or we are using the relationships. Then we have to see the include relationship. Include relationships insert additional behavior into a base use case. Use cases that are included as parts of other use cases enable to factor common behavior. The base use case explicitly incorporates the behavior of another use case at a location specified in the base. They are shown as a dotted line with a open arrow and the keyword include. See, suppose we have to do some ATM transactions, then first we need the customer authentication that can be shown by using the include relationship. Then see, whatever the extend versus include, see it is clearly shown whenever we have to enroll to the university. These are the different actors. First is the registrar, applicant, student. Student is whether it is international students or not. Then how the enrollment get done. First it is it needs the security checks that can be shown by the extend. But if we have to enroll for some activities inside the university, that can be shown by the include relationship. This is the example for the extend versus include relationship. We'll draw the diagrams in the next lecture one by one. Then the whatever the different kinds of relationships, whatever the different notations, that will be clear. Then another example, that is the cellular telephone. First, you already know the actor can be a system or actor can be a user. This is the cellular network and the user. These are the two actors and this is the boundary. And these are the different use cases that need while drawing the diagram. Plus place a phone call, receive, use scheduler. These are the different relationships, that is place conference call, receive additional calls. This is nothing but the one use case example of cellular telephone. Then use case description. Each use case may include all or part of the following. These are the things that can be included while drawing the use case diagram. For example, title or reference name, whatever the author, date, modification, whatever the purpose, cross references. That means what? Whatever the requirement references can be given. Actors, whatever the agents participating, as you already know, actors can be system as well as the user. Whatever the preconditions, whatever the post conditions can be specified. Normal flow of events, that is nothing but the regular flow of activities. Alternatives flow of events, that is nothing but the whatever the other activities can be done. Exceptional flow of events, unusual situation, that can be shown in the exceptional flow of events. Implementation issues, force in implementation problems, whatever the implementation problems can be faced, that can be shown in the implementation issues. Next, this is one of the example that can be shown by using the use case diagram, that is the money withdraw. How to draw? Suppose you already know system firstly request, first we have to insert card, then it requests PIN, then system has to validate the PIN. If it validates, means whatever the validation is done, then it succeeds, otherwise the transaction get aborted. Okay, then for that purpose the actors are customer. What is the preconditions? The ATM must be in a state ready to accept transactions. The ATM must have at least some cash on hand that can be dispensed. The ATM must have enough paper to print a receipt for at least one transaction. What is the post conditions? The current amount of cash in the user account is the amount before the withdraw minus the withdraw amount, means sufficient balance. A receipt was printed on the withdraw amount. The withdraw transaction was audited in the system log file. These are the typical course of events. Whatever the actions taken by actor and whatever the system. Suppose in case of actors begins when customer arrives at ATM, customer inserts ATM, then ATM insert केल्यानंतर काय होणार, it validates or whatever the customer get verified. Then second one is what system asks for a operation type. Then customer chooses withdraw operation. Then system asks for the withdraw amount. Then customer enters the whatever the amounts he or she needs. Then system checks if withdraw amount is legal. Then system dispenses the cash. System deducts the withdraw amount from account. System prints a receipt. System ejects the cash card, or customer takes the cash and the receipt. These are the different steps generally we are performing while withdrawing the cash from the ATM. Then these are the alternatives of flow events. Okay. Then one method to identify use cases is actor based. Identify the actors related to a system or organization. For each actor, identify the processes they initiate or participate in. And there is another method to identify the use cases. Identify the external events. Relate those events to actor as well as the use cases. That means whatever the functionalities that need to be performed. Next question is, there are some questions may be used to help identify the use cases for a system. What are the tasks of each actor? Will any actor create, store, change, remove or read information in the system? What use cases will create, store, change, remove or read this information? Will any actor need to inform the system about sudden or external changes? Does any actor need to be informed about certain occurrences in the system? Can all functional requirements be performed by the use cases? These are the mainly whatever the questions get arises while drawing the use case diagram. I think you all very much or you might got the concept of use case modeling. Which are the different, what is the meaning of use case modeling, what is the purpose behind use case diagram, which are the different terminologies used to draw the use case diagram, then whatever the rules to draw the diagram, what is the main purpose of notations, how the notations get used, which are the main questions arises while drawing the diagram. Okay. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask to me anytime. Feel free to ask the queries. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.